Oh my God. Here, I got pee here. I had pee here. It's because of your clothes. Oh, all right, so Barbie and Michelin are right up here. These letters and the bags are right up here.
Which one is the real attack yet? All of them. Every single time you kick and you punch, it's for real. Every time. If it ever does happen, and like Ed said, it's probably not ever going to happen. If you're smart and lucky, but you are preparing for it to be real. So if you're slowing down already, sure the buzz heading back to Franklin in a minute. So don't be slowing down. All right, reverse punching. Action! Nate! Tom! Chief! Go! Turn a little block. Go! Go back to first. Go! Now why, when you do them turns and blocks, especially that time you was close together, why should you never run into the other person? Why do you think? Because you have great awareness.
So that's where that came from. And then all of a sudden they jump out on the attack or they jump back on the defense. So it's kind of a thing where you're getting yourself starting to move, getting ready to do an attack or a defense, and you're getting your body moving, but you haven't really acted. So that's where that came from. It looks funny in karate, but that's just a holdover from an older style of martial arts. All right, this side attack number 2. Ready? Go! The other side. Go! Good job. I'm going to do number 3 on this side. Ready? Go! Right down there. Pull back. Now let's say he's going to be my partner. I'm going to put him right here. Alright, you're going to attack me. Ready? And let's just do number 1. Ready? Go. Ready? Go. Go. Attack me number 1. Punch me. Punch me. Punch me. Hit me. Alright. Alright, let's do that again. Ready? You ready? Go. Now go. Keep getting hit. Alright, now we're doing one more time. Alright, ready? Go. Go. Okay, the big important thing now that I'm trying to show here is, we talked about it in the other moves, distance is so important. I'm a lot taller than him. I picked him because we probably have the biggest difference in height. So it's real important to him, if I'm real close, if I were attacking, I could clobber him. He's got to get away. If he's attacking me, I don't have to be as far away as he does because I'm taller. So you always want to adjust your height based on the person that's bigger because you get taller. So let's go that way. I'm going to attack you. Ready? Is that how close you want to be? You adjust that on the jump out. See how he jumped further back? If he was doing one of the shorter streaks, he may have just went here. All right, thank you. So it's real important when you're being attacked, and you're attacking, or you're having to deal with another person in a partner situation, you got to analyze how big are they, how big of a reach are they going to have, how much are they going to jump out or not. And that's what the beginning of this is kind of doing too. When you're shifting around on your toes, as if you're about to draw a sword, you make up some distance if they're too far away, or you maybe go slower if they're too close. All right, ready? Number 3, go! Remember, it doesn't hit that. How tell me that? Did it feel good? Y'all want to do it again? Quit the side, this side. No, double hit though. Ready? This side attacks. Go. Get together. Out.
She came all the way from Spring Hill to see this test. To be part of this, so we appreciate her showing up to be part of you doing. Does anybody know Mr. Jennings? He came from Indiana to be here. Anybody know me? Yeah, I came from fathers from Japan. So You know, there's people here, and these other black belts that are here, Miss Weathers, getting ready for college and her Olympic swimming career. She wanted to be part of this day for you guys, so that's pretty cool. So you guys want to keep showing off as we go through the college part that we're fixing to do, and then we got self-defense coming up. So now's the time to the third quarter, Jet, and you want to slow down or speed up?
Speed up.
Yeah, that's the time to pull out the victory. That's kind of what you want to do.
All right, guys, we're going to go through the katas here. We're going to do the first 6 all together. We're going to look at each one of the individually for the last 4. So we have 10 katas that we do to get the black belt. The katas never end. But we have 10 that we do to get the black belt. The first 6 are a series of katas called the 10-out katas. Well, I guess 5 of them. But call it the first 6. They're fairly basic. They get more elaborate as you go higher. The moves get more involved, and the katas get longer. So we're going to start with some of the more simple ones and work our way up, and then the later ones that are more interesting to look at. Basically, we do it individually. I put on the show for you. So get it out. Go open your feet. First basic kata. Go. Go. Yeah, man. And on Shodan. Go! Yeah, man.
Ooh, I love this stuff.
Fourth out of the 10 katas you're going to do today.
No, that's good.
You taking?
Yes, sir.
Good. If you weren't tired yet, I would wonder if you were really tired. And then I would wonder, why would I?
Yeah, ice.
Good. What you do? You like your katas. And on Sanda. Go!
Search for those shoes.
Down there.
That's my daddy.
Down there.
So everyone's this a little bit. Who knows one of the goals that you do when you do kind of so every move in these are a self-defense move. Now 30 years from now, when you guys are doing karate, well, I'll be the only one doing karate 30 years from now. I'll be the only one that still does karate. But you will be better at it. Just like anything else that you do for a long time. You get better at it. So when I'm 4,000 miles away from here, and I'm out practicing by myself, doing these moves, I'm not doing them like you guys do. I'm not going, or my left foot goes out, I block with my left hand. I'm looking and visualizing being attacked. This person's coming at me with a kick to my head. I'm moving my foot out of the way because he's sweeping me. This one's punching at me. This one's got a stick. This one, I'm seeing people attack me. I don't memorize moves anymore. I'm past that. I'm advanced. I'm not memorizing moves anymore. That's the first step. You got to get moves memorized. But then you want it to become a reflex. You know, Jet does, he punches at my stomach right here. I block it, I take him up the line, I punch him in the face. I don't know what I'm doing. I just did it. Because I've had that happen to me 50 billion times in the last 30 years. It happens to me every day. I do karate. So eventually, if you stay in karate for 30 years, I'll be the only one. You're going to be in karate forever. Mine starts, I always tell them that. Then you will get to that point. But right now, you're practicing moving as fast as you can, trying to do good stance, and you guys are doing that pretty well. But there will be another level that you're trying to achieve one day. But you got to go through this level first, just like I did. And I go backwards from that.
All right, put on go down. Go.
You guys know why you're in that stance, what that stance is for? It's a cool looking stance. Y'all like it, audience? I don't know. Brian, can you go lower? Can you go lower? This is another carryover from another martial arts style. What they're doing now is they're defending against being attacked by a sword. I just come up to her. You're in a normal stance. Lean forward. I swing to my sword. You drop into the up. You're getting out of the way as the sword gets out. You're getting back here out of the way. Just the stances have reasons. This one is getting your core body out of the way of the danger. Okay?
You know, that's going to go on. You like doing it.
We could all give a speech by other side. We could talk for hours. Yeah, man. All right. Audio man, if you would please. So Brenna's going to show us the last four. So, there you go. Very different. They come from different places. We've kind of collected them from different styles. And as Mr. Taylor's talked about, the different things come, old martial arts. These come from different places. The first six are all kind of cousins, if you will. But these are all very different. So this is Kusanku first, Jite, Jion, and Nahanchi. That's what these last four are all. So, please, sir.
Don't
Tickle them.
Also, what I can do is, I want to pull as much of his arm from the elbow down up on my leg like this, right? So what I haven't done it yet.
If this was your last day. Ready? Mr. Tornado.
I've been out for a while, so I was not able to participate as much in your training leading up to this black belt test. But Brenna, I remember whenever you first came into karate, you were maybe this tall, not even. I'll never forget where you were the only one in class and you would Kikutadashi skate. But great job, everyone. It was an outstanding performance.
Thank you. Integrity. I'm saying
You guys all did incredibly. I mean incredibly. Kevin, your face shows it all. Brian, you had some of the best form I've ever seen in any test. Dominique, those kicks you threw at Mr. Jones, those are pretty impressive. Jed, the backflip. And you never lost power.
We can all do that.
Yeah, oh yeah. But you never lost power the whole time. That's impressive. Brenna, you're the cutest.
Wait a second.
You hold your own. With all these boys, you hold your own. You hold your own. And like Miss Otis said, I remember you did the Kutadachi stance and you were real little, but it's been pretty cool to watch you get better and better. All of you guys. Good job. Really good.
I just want to tell you guys that I'm extremely proud of you. And I've been there every day since every time I tell Kevin, hey, fix whatever, and he comes in the next time and it's fixed. And that's all we're asking for. That's all we're looking for. You just keep getting better. If you can't plateau, you keep getting better at stuff. That's how you get through life. You keep plugging away at it. If you don't get it, you just do it again. Keep trying it. Keep trying it. Try to fix it. And I also just want to tell you guys that you're not, I don't know, you may not be old enough to understand it, but you're joining a club here that means an awful lot to us, and it's a family, and we're just very proud to have you. We're very proud of you, and they're always going to be there for you. It's a family that you're joining, not just some piece of cloth or anyway. It's we're very proud of you. Good job.
To stay away from that little girl. You know what this is a book that I wrote for her. Ava's drew pictures. You can't tell what they are. Now let Lonnie look. Yeah. She only got, yes, what 5 of the pictures was out of 62 pages. So, but that was part of my therapy while I've been away. I missed her. 5th birthday. missed granddaughter's first Christmas. But I wasn't going to miss this.
What about you? Something to say?
Yep.
I was going to say, everybody said they're very proud of you guys for doing what you're doing. You should be proud of yourselves. You did a great job today. I was there the first day you came to class. Big improvement. Big improvement. Each and every one of them. Again, we all are proud of you, but take this home with you. You be proud of yourself. You're the one that earned it, we didn't.
Yeah, Mr. Kent kind of touched on it. This is a big accomplishment. You guys should feel something special to have achieved a black belt, especially at a young age, and do all the requirements that you did to achieve this. It's something very few people in the world have done. And you can turn on the TV and they'll show black belts on TV, but there's not more than 4 or 5 that you ever see on TV. I mean, there's not that many, even on TV. You've accomplished something that most people, probably the only one in your family, or maybe one of a couple that make it here with them that might have done that. But for the most part, you're probably the only person that anybody of your friends knows that's got a black belt. It's a great accomplishment. When Mr. Camp and I started back in the 90s with Mr. Jones, he had 2 second-degree black belts. He had about 4 first-degree black belts, and that was it. And in that time, he said earlier today, we've got like 130 black belts now. You know, but the thing is, you think, well, that's a lot to go from 4 to 130. But he's been doing karate since like 1979. He was born in 1979, right now. He's got probably been born in 1990. He's been doing karate for over 30 years. And so that's a lot. You have 300, 400, 500, 600 students a year. Multiply that times 30. That's what, 15 Google? It's a lot.
I can't count that.
Yeah. And so you were in a very special club with people like Mr. Doe and Mrs. Ford and Mr. Stone. It's funny, you said that Mr. Stone said he remembered the first day you walked in the class. I remember the first day Mr. Stone walked in. He came in, he said, I'd like to try karate with you guys. And I tell him. He put his gi on, and he had a white gi top like the rest of us. But he had these funky black Taekwondo Kempo gi bottoms on. But you know, it's a family. You guys are now a part of the family. You will remember everybody that was in your black belt test, and you remember. You know, there are a lot of karate schools out here that they do it for the money, they do it for the competition, they do it for the prestige, and you can usually tell who they are. You walk in their studio, and you'll see 4 or 5 students that wrapped up in bandages that look like this. There's all these trophies in the front window because the sensei wants everybody to know how great he is. You know where his trophies are? He used to compete. He was like the top-rated sparring fighter in the country for several years in the middleweight division. You know where his trophies are? They're at home and the students of his over the years. Because every year he'd give out a few of the trophies he had earned to the students of his. He's out of trophies now because his students have it. That's the humility that you have as a sensei, and that's the kind of family that you're now part of. So that should mean a lot to you guys.
Can you do my speech? Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
I will.
I did, yeah, you will in a second. You'll continue. I wrote this because I wanted to write a little something because you can't think of everything to say, but it's been a long, long 3 months that I've been away, because in our lives we've been so lucky. I knew we'd win if we played it. Through the various endeavors that we've tried, all the friendships and family, getting to play dodgeball 15 hours a week and make a living. How lucky is that? To be a small part of your lives and to get to watch you guys grow up. Some of you, not everybody's grown up yet. And we've been so lucky to have our health and the health of our families all these years. We've just been so lucky. One of the famous songs I wrote, well, it's not famous yet, I'm going to get Gary to record it, maybe it's titled, I'm the Wealthiest Man of All Because of My Pictures on the Wall. And we've got, Lonnie does endless pictures of our endless trips to Hawaii, Mexico, Bahamas, Costa Rica, pretty much every beach known to man, I've been on it. Pictures of karate, pictures of family, grandkids, pictures of us all over the world enjoying life. And when we look at them, it reminds us how lucky we are and how incredible our lives have been. So please remember, if you can, to take as many pictures and videos as you can, because we can't come close to remembering everything. great moments in our lives, and this is one of those great moments. A few years ago, our luck began to change. The death of a granddaughter, the loss of all of our real estate holdings in 3 different states, the loss of 3 close friends, and the health of our parents. But most of these things, we're all going to have to face at one time or another in our lives, most of them. Now is our time to face this. Wise man, Mr. Stone, where'd he go? There he is. Once told me years ago, spend as much time with your parents as you can, because one day you won't be able to. Lonnie's with her parents now. This is only the second time in 20 years that we've been apart for more than a couple of days. My mom and dad are driving up today. As we wait on the results of a biopsy for cancer. So life can change quickly. Just like the famous song I didn't write. Gary might have wrote this. We're all one phone call from our knees. One day you're a punky little red belts. The next day you're big shot black belts. So life can change quickly. It's up to you what you make of this accomplishment. We have always talked in class about respect and self-control and perseverance and discipline and manners and all these black belt principles. Well, you guys won't believe this, but I read a book by Tony Robbins many years ago, and I don't remember much about it because he used very big words that I couldn't understand, like dog and cat and other strange sounds. But the one thing I do remember is he talked about having balance in your life. It's important to have a bunch of good things going on, a bunch of hobbies, a bunch of friends, a bunch of activities, so that when 1 or 2 of them go bad, you don't go jump off a bridge because you have enough other good things to lean on. Brenna, you and Dominique and Jet and Brian and Kevin and all you people in this room are part of my balance, part of what keeps me going. Like I said before, you guys have been here, you 5, for 30 years combined. When things aren't going well, I think of you guys and the people in this room to help me get through it. We all got to have somebody. And I'm so honored that you guys have stuck with us that long to achieve this accomplishment, and so honored to have these black belts here with me today. But I've added a couple more black belt principles that we all need to remember. Adversity, handling change. I want to thank Mr. Camp for what he has done while I was gone. To try and follow a legend such as myself would surely be hard to do. I remember when I first started teaching at the Brentwood Country Club, I had to take over for a young, good-looking guy. You know, everybody loved him. He was ripped to shreds. He was in all the karate ads that my instructor put him in, and that's who I had to follow. Eventually, I won them over with my Greenbrier charm, but it was a tough transition for me to step into, trying to fill his shoes. I used to ask my instructor, "Are you going to put me in some of your ads with my shirt off?" And he just laughed. And never did put me in any of his ads. So as you new black belts go through life, there will be countless difficulties and struggles and adversity. That's part of life. Brian well knows, lost his house and cars in the recent flood. But if Mr. Camp can follow such a legend as myself, you can handle whatever comes your way. Another black belt principle that we ought to remember is compassion. Back in 1997, I had back surgery. I could barely get in a car. I couldn't even bow. All I could do was nod my head like this. And Lonnie's dad's law firm specializes in disability law. They had all the people whose surgery did not help and couldn't work anymore. It was a very stressful time for me. Was my karate and volleyball career over? And much more important, the everyday things that I couldn't do, would I be able to do them again? They fixed me right up. And after a 2-day stay in the hospital, I was walking the next day. My only visitor in 2 days that I was in the hospital was a hulking 6'5" gold belt that I barely knew, named Dave Taylor. What I was to find out about this amazing guy over the next 15 years was his compassion for everyone was amazing. His tireless work with the homeless, his trips overseas to help countries rebuild, and his many trips to help the Hurricane Katrina victims. And his forever eagerness to show off his Jeep by pulling people out of ditches. So if you get stuck in the upcoming snow, he's the man to call. He loves to show off his Jeep pulling people out. Today, Mr. Taylor came to the hospital and visited me, helped me become a better person, and I never can thank him enough for that. So Brian, you and Dominique, Jet, Brenna, and Kevin, you guys are so lucky in many ways. Please follow Mr. Taylor's lead and help others when you can. The last black belt principle, new one that I would like for you guys to try and remember, is friendship loyalty. A few years ago, I was telling everyone about cheap beach property in Laguna Beach, Florida. Mr. Stone investigated and bought 2 houses. A little while later, I thought we could make a kids' TV show featuring me in a kangaroo suit and him in a raccoon suit. He said, let's do it. A little while later, I said, why don't we, during one of the worst economic times in history, and after Saturn closed down, the biggest supplier of jobs in Spring Hill, why don't we open a school there? He said, let's do it. After all this, can you believe we're still friends? Shortly before Lonnie's mom called saying she needed help, I was looking at opening a school in the Harding Place area. Mr. Stone said, let's try it. And then things changed. But it's still up here. If you want someone to help you think out of the box, Mr. Stone's the guy. If you want a true loyal friend, Mr. Stone's the guy. We've shared so many laughs in our real estate endeavors, our Sensei Waldo Rue show, our black belt videos, and our karate school here that I can't consider any of them failures. Remember, I'm the wealthiest man of all because of my pictures on the wall. I'll never forget last winter with myself and Mr. Stone rolling down the interstate to the Spring Hill School together for the 1,000th time, laughing and settling all the world's I said, Dan, I can't hear you. I'll call you back in 10 minutes. Both the windows are down on the truck, and hung up. After I hung up, I had to wonder what Dan must be thinking about 2 fools going down the interstate in 15-degree weather with the windows down. We left all the way to the school. One of the first people I call when I have bad news is Mr. Stone. He has a sympathetic ear and a voice of reason. One of the first people I call when I have good news is Mr. Stone. He has a voice of perspective and out of the box thinking. I'm truly lucky to have him as a loyal, laugh out loud, make fun of ourselves friend. So Jet, Brian, Dominique, Brenna, and Kevin, find friends who are with you when you're up or down. Those are the ones that will make a difference in your life. Yesterday was one of the greatest days of my life.